learn a lot from your channel. So, so happy to be here. Good afternoon to everyone.
It's an honor to be here, brother. It is an honor to be here. Greetings, class. Thank you for joining us. Me and Tushar. How you want me to refer to you? Is it Tushar or TT?
Tushar is good.
Tushar. Yeah, I love that name. That's a nice name, man. Cool. Thank you for coming on, brother.
Yes,
And you are in
Tushar
the New
Trivedi.
Jersey area.
Yes, I'm in the central New Jersey area.
Is
I'm
that
a
northern,
broker here,
southern?
and we have about 28 agents in our office. Central New Jersey,
Central.
Edison area.
Give me a. So
Central New
you're not in.
Jersey. Yes.
Okay, Central. I don't know too much about Central New Jersey.
Cent- yeah, Central New Jersey, where the Edison he started. He invented the light bulb.
Okay, Edison is all around up
Yeah,
there.
that's his town. Yep.
Well, you are here because of I like to talk to you about the road behind you. First of all, thank you for hanging out with me and sharing your story. We want to talk to
My
people,
pleasure.
the Roundup family, about hiring
Yes, sir.
contractors today.
And I can say I'm well qualified to be on the show and to share my experiences. And it's very helpful to a lot of people who are new or have been doing the deals. But it's quite important that you have to have the right team members on your team, including the contractors. And time and time and time again, people have bad experiences with the contractor. That contractor took the money and ran away. And I'm big victim. I lost six figures to a
We'll get
contractor
to that
that
in a minute.
promised a lot.
We'll get
Yeah.
to that in a minute.
So yeah. So so here we are. Let's start.
Yeah, man. So today we're talking about hiring contractors. Tashir and I could probably put a whole family through colleges with the money that we have lost regarding dealing
Yes.
with shady, crazy contractors. Would you say, Tashir?
Tushar.
Tushar?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes. Yes. I would definitely agree with Chris, and I've been through that, and I would like to share my information or whatever experiences I have or I've had with the people that are still in the business and still want to grow.
So let's rewind a little bit. Let's tell us a little bit about you. You're a broker, investor, you're flipping houses, you got agents. Give us a little background on you, brother.
Right. So I have been a real estate agent since 2015. In my past life, I worked as a pharmacist, and I'm a professional pharmacist with the license as of today. And I
Okay.
still have my license. I do work in the pharmacy once in a while, but while on my feet for 28 years, not realizing that W-2 was not the right way as I see it now. And I did it, but at one point I said, how long am I going to continue this? And I started researching different topics, and this came up, and I took my license. And my son is also a realtor in New Jersey, same area, and we
Okay.
both started looking into flipping the houses, and we have done about 15 deals so far, and we have
Sweet.
done good. Yeah, and we're growing, and now I'm a real estate broker, and I have 28 agents in my office.
Wow.
So that's my journey. And deal number three or four, when so-called contractor was working for my, and he was rehabbing the houses for me at the time. He did two, and he said, "Hey, I have a friend." I said, "I have two more projects. One is the brand new construction, and the other one is a gut rehab." He said, "Hey, I have perfect friend contractor that I learned from that can help us." And we got together, and the so-called great contractor showed me his current project where nine guys were working, some on the roof, some in the inside the house, and I was impressed. I said, "Yeah, this is the guy I want to work with," and
So this is let's. I want to rewind because
that's
I want to
all
make
I
sure I paint
did.
this. Hold on. I want to make sure I paint the picture right. So you're. This is 2015. I want to get into the story because the story is important
This
because
is
people
around
need to know.
2017, 18, where I had about. This is 2017, 18, where I had about four deals under my belt, and I so-called knew what I was doing. I said, yes, I can
You
do
knew what you're
more of
doing.
this deal, and I know what I'm doing. And one thing led to the other. And a friend of a friend contractor showed me his job. 9 guys working, four on the roof, five
Oh,
inside.
house. This is
The
somebody else's
place,
house.
yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
And the place is hopping. And I said, this is it. That's what I want. I want the contractor with proper guys working all around, and that's what I'm looking to do. So I had an attorney draft a contract, an agreement with the contractor and me, 9 pages. And of
Wow.
course, I knew at the time what I was doing. So, payment schedule, the phases, and all one, two, three, and everything was in line, including his license. I said, okay, show me the copy of the license. He did. And I said, yeah, everything is good. Let's go for it. So phase one, I had to give him X amount and X amount. So that total for the two projects more than six figures. So
So
he
this
said,
is
okay, give me this amount up front.
stage
Give me this
one.
amount
So
up front according to the stage
okay.
one. We
Okay.
we had four stages planned. So I said, okay, you're going to take the permits. You have all the township permits, or you will have all the subs, and everyone you'll have a contract with all the subs. So we had everything in agreement, right, written down 9 pages. So I
Mhm.
said, yes, this is ironclad. I'm pretty solid. I don't have to worry about it. He said, okay, so the first phase payment is $65,000,
Okay.
and
What was supposed
that's
to
for
be on the what was the
two
first phase
separate
for?
projects.
Let's talk about the first phrase. The
It was
first phase was
for
for what?
to demo one house, right? To completely gut the house, clean up everything. He was going to bring the dumpster, everything. He was responsible, starting from getting the permits. I was responsible for the architect plans and survey, and I gave it to him, architect plans and survey. In the meantime, he applied to the township for the permits. And he kept telling me after 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, don't forget, there are two projects. So one project, he started gutting the project. Second project, the brand new construction, there was an old house. He demolished the old house and started removing the foundation. He ordered the fence around the house. So there were
Mhm.
two projects. So I gave him the check for two separate checks for two projects at the same
Got
time.
it. Got
And
it.
he was
Got
going
it.
to line up all the subs.
Okay.
So what happened was after 3 4 weeks, he did start work on both projects. And after 3 to 4 weeks, I kept waiting for the permits. I kept waiting for the permits, and I kept waiting for the permits. And later on, I came to find out after week 5 or 6, and the work stopped. Okay, nothing was moving. Nobody showed up at the job, both sides. And I kept calling him, and he said, "Yeah, yeah, we're going to take care of that. We're going to take care of that." Right. So after 4 5 weeks, 6 weeks, I said, you know what? I have to go to the township myself. So I went to the township to see where my permits are. And the township zoning official said this permit was denied 3 weeks ago. And the other township said, we have no record of any permits being filed. So
Oh
there were two
man.
different townships involved, two different projects.
Mhm.
And that's where I realized that I have been robbed. And of course,
Oh
he took
wow.
my money. And of course, after that, it never went anywhere.
Oh my lord. So let's rewind, Tushar. I want to make sure I understand. You went to one of his sites. You saw with your own eyes the work being done.
Yes, I saw his license. It was a valid license in the state of New Jersey. But at the time, I had no experience to check the background of this contractor. I strongly recommend all the all the real estate people and all the people listening to this on the channel that you should do the background check. I've heard
Mm.
that now so many times, but at the time I was fairly new and I didn't know to do that. Check their Facebook profile, check their other social media profiles. Find out who they are. Check the state where you live or work. Check their real contractor license. See if there are any complaints. Check Better Business Bureau. There are a bunch of things that you it can be done to vet the contractor first before you give them your money. Second thing I learned after that loss, and on top of the money I gave him already, right? He wanted phase two money already from me. We had a meeting. He said, okay, show me the phase two money. I need more money to continue the work. I said, look, in phase one, according to the agreement that you and I signed, where are the contracts that you were supposed to get all the subs lined up? Where are those subs? Where are those paperwork? Where is that paperwork? Then I started to realize this guy has robbed me already, and now he is there to rob me more. So of course, then I became aware of all that, and I said, wait a minute. Before I give you another check, show me what you have done. He said, I don't have to show you anything. These are his exact words. I don't have to show you anything. I said, you took my money, and this is the agreement we had, and you didn't do it. He said, no, I need more money. I said, I'm not giving you any more money. And that's where it stopped. And of course, I wrote down, I emailed him two separate cancellation letters that I do not want you as my contractor anymore. Give me my money back. I demand my money returned immediately. And of course, he never returned the money.
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
After that, I have done 10 more projects. But guess what?
What?
Did any contractor get any money out of me first? Absolutely zero.
They didn't try, or you didn't give it up?
Absolutely zero.
You said they didn't try to get the money, or you didn't give them?
I'm talking about the projects after this one. So I had to hire a different contractor for the same projects that this person did not finish. And of course, I had proper agreement again with the new contractor. And I did not give any money upfront. From then on, you do the work, you show up for the work, and yes, you'll get some money. But that's it.
Let's stay here for a minute. Let's stay here. Hold on, Tushar. I want to make sure.
For the people that.
Wait a minute. I want to make sure.
For the people that are listening.
Oh, go ahead.
Good. For the people that are listening, I want to share one good experience that I had. Is never ever ever give money up front. They will always say, give me 50% deposit. The answer is always no. You always give about $200 to $300 to show them that you are serious. Okay? Because time and again, they all of them, they want 50% upfront.
Well, I
don't know, Chris, how you do it.
Well, okay. When you see the person here, Chris Haskins here, I have men and women that I can give any amount of money to now at this moment in my life. I don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
That's now. But I want to talk about the road behind me. Coming up, I did not have those relationships, Tushar. I didn't have people that I trusted like that. I didn't have people that I can count. Now I can count on men. I can give them 50, 60, 70, 80, $100,000. I know they're going to do what they said they're going to do now. But as we're coming up, Tushar, I don't know if I could do that. I would be out of business if we gave money up front. We that's one of the rules that I had to learn myself.
Even the contractor that started the work on those two projects that I got robbed on, I still have the same contractor working for me as of today.
However, the guy that referred you?
The guy that no, this is the guy that took over those abandoned projects.
Okay.
This is the new guy. I'm talking about the new construction contractor. And he finished the brand new construction. He knows a lot, from roofing to siding to everything in between, except the trades. Trades, he doesn't do professional electrical, plumbing, HVAC. Those trades I outsource. Gotcha. But everything else, he does everything else. But even today, to the same person that I'm dealing with, he has done 10 projects for me, and he knows I will not give him money up front. He knows. but I will give him money as soon as the project is done or the phase is complete.
You will give him money for what?
Right away, no questions asked.
Oh,
After the phase is complete.
I see. Yeah, that is that. You know
I
what?
keep my
That
word. I said, okay, on Friday, I said, okay, I'll give him X amount of money. I keep my word. No matter where he is, I track him down and I hand him the check.
that's probably a good model to live by. Work's done, get paid, and you've done that ever since.
Ever since, nobody's getting paid. A framer came along for a different project, and framer said, okay, give me X amount of dollars up front. And I showed him the door. Of course, we didn't agree. We were back and forth and we didn't agree. And I said, I'll find somebody else. He said, give me upfront money to start. I said, out. So,
Hold on,
and of
Tushar.
course, I found another framer. I found another framer that was willing to do the job after he showed up. And after 2 days, he started doing framing. I gave him the check right away, no problems.
I would have to say, generally speaking, that is a great rule of thumb to live by. Generally speaking, the thumb. When you're dealing with $1 million projects, it's kind of challenging to get a guy to do a lot of, to get them to do big stuff. But what price range are you dealing with up there, Tushar?
Between 300 and 500,000 in central New Jersey. That is mom and pop. Like medium. Uh, Everyday folks can buy the house in that range in central New Jersey area where I am, between 300 and 500. Where husband and wife works, they have W-2 job, they can easily afford the mortgage up to 450, 400,000. They have some money saved up, 10% down, 20% down, and they're happy to get our projects. The projects that we do, we don't cut any corners. We do excellent, beautiful houses, and we don't cut any corners. I don't compromise on that.
So let's talk about
That's
what.
why we have no problem. That's why we have no problem selling our houses when we have them on market, not for too long.
Yeah, don't cut corners. That's going to bite you in the butt.
Please
Come
don't
back to
cut
bite you.
corners. Whoever is doing the rehabbing the houses, I've seen tons and tons of rehab houses by the flippers, and they always, always, always cheap out and do the shoddy work, and do not put washer and dryer. Leave that for the builders. They don't put washer and dryer. We always do Samsung washer and dryer, no questions asked. And
Oh
we get
wow,
ten
that's
thousand dollars more. We get $10,000 more for the property by putting a $2,000 washer and dryer.
oh
It doesn't
wow.
cost you too much, but the amount of money that we do. So
So I just want you're here, Roundup family. We're here today just to talk about hiring contractors. So Tushar and I have both been through the ringer. This weekend's video is going to be my 20 mistakes of hiring contractors. So make sure you're subscribed to see that video. But I wanted to bring Tushar on here because I wanted y'all to hear other perspectives and other points of view regarding hiring these people. Tushar, what would you have done differently regarding the guy that took your money?
I would have certainly would not have given any money upfront. No
So no
doubt.
money up front.
No money upfront. Even after the proper paperwork, I would not have given him any money upfront. You start the work and you start getting paid. And also, do not give a whole lump sum upfront.
Yeah, they don't need it.
Just give in phases. Just give only some money,
In
no
phases.
matter who it is.
Tell my Roundup family, Tushar, how challenging it is to go after somebody that owes you money. People say, "Well, I get a judgment. You got a judgment. You get the money back. You get it. Just sue them."
I have lived through that. I was thinking once I have the judgment, yes, I can collect, but collecting is a different story. And I have an attorney, and he got the judgment for me. It's recorded in the state of New Jersey. Where is the money?
Yeah, what
When
people
we
think
do the search on this person, he has a house. Now the bank is foreclosing on the house. So bank has the first lien. My lien number 7. He has
oh
conned
shit.
other people too.
Yeah, you
So
yeah.
my the chances of recovering the money is slim to none.
Yeah. I want to make sure we keep our dignity. I want to make sure that I'm just bringing this to light, Tushar. People think that going and suing somebody is easy to collect money from people. And you're just telling us the same thing that I've learned in my life. Getting a judgment is one thing. Collecting money from somebody that doesn't have anything or is losing everything, it's just, it ain't happening. It's just, you're not going to be able to get money out of a turnip.
Because this person has the house and still, and I thought, okay, I have lien on his house, on his property, and I'll be able to get the money. No chance.
Well, Tushar, just like our politicians are poor at managing money, a lot of contractors are simply poor at managing money. Did he say what he did with the money? Did you even ask him?
He won't answer the phones. Why would he?
Oh, he's not even, you
Not reachable. Not anymore.
not returning calls. Okay, so you're hearing it right from guys that are doing this, y'all. Don't pay any money up front. Anything else you background check? What else you want to give them, Tushar? You want to give people? How about paying for materials, maybe?
The paying for materials do not. I what I do is I source the material myself. If they go to Home Depot, I pay for it over the phone via text message. But of course, I check every single receipt in to see what they buy. There's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can do to prevent from them taking your material home because you're not there at the site 24/7. And I consider it as doing the cost of business
Yeah,
because
you can do some. They're
material
gonna
is going
buy
to
something
disappear.
extra at Home Depot and Lowe's every time. I give them some. I just say it's gonna be 5 to 10%. You can't even. They're just gonna do that, man. I mean, you check everything. What are you gonna
Yeah,
check
it's
every
just
piece of?
impossible. It's impossible for the smartest person with the best systems in the world to stop this theft. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's just impossible to stop
Yeah. So for
unless you
people
are
watching,
physically there while they are there.
I don't recommend that though, Tushar. I think losing a little bit of money is better than being there all day.
It's not worth it.
So for people that think that they're gonna manage every job down to the dollar, Tushar, what would you give them today? What would you say to that person? Because some people saying, I ain't
Give
doing, they ain't stealing from me.
right, right. When you are like that, the contractors, of course, they do not like because they have no room to steal. But then your project suffers. They they work somewhere else where they can steal more, and your project will be waiting for them to come,
No,
and you'll be losing money that way. No matter
it's
what you do,
challenging.
you're going to lose money somewhat.
You're gonna
That is,
lose.
you have to factor that in. You have to factor that in.
I
How to
love that.
hire good contractors. This is one of the way that you have to factor that in. If you don't have room, that much room money wise, then your project you won't be profitable. When you
It's
buy,
a good
as you always say, the money is made when you buy, and I couldn't agree more because I've done 15 projects, and every project I have learned that. But if I had bought the project a little bit higher, or I overpaid a little bit higher, I'm done.
wow. How did those
No
projects turn
profit.
out, Tushar? The one where you gave the guy the money, were you able to at least break even on
Overall,
those deals?
I still made money on those projects because at that time the tide was rising, so I was able to sell the properties at a decent price. And even after losing that much money, I still was able to come ahead, especially with
Oh,
the
really?
brand new construction. It came out so beautiful that it sold, and I made good amount of profit there.
Okay, good, good, good.
And I
Brandon says,
had
"Do I pay my?"
12 offers on the brand new construction at the time.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Now
Yes,
I usually don't pay my guys up front. I
and
don't pay
of
up
course
front.
above
Usually I
and
don't. If I'm building a $600,000-700,000 house, I will give my guys some money up front. But generally speaking, we do not. Gerald Boone says, great conversation. Heather wants to know what percentage is good to factor that in that you're just going to throw in the trash, Tushar?
I would say, Heather, about 10% is less than 10%. I would say 5 to 10%. Let's say, give you an
5 to 7,
example.
yeah.
5 to 7. Give you an example. I buy flooring from Home Depot, 40 cases of flooring, measuring the floors, right? And then out of 40 cases, it includes 10% allowance for the extra cuts and everything else. I know out of 40 cases, I'll be happy if I see one case left, because the rest of the cases the contractor has already taken out, put that in the truck in the evening and gone home. So they say, oh, I always find one case left open. I always find one case left open for any material, tiles, flooring, anything. Everything else is used up.
Oh, gosh.
Isn't that funny?
You have to laugh. If you don't laugh at this shit, it will make you lose your mind, Tushar.
Yes, yes, yes. So I know now, you know.
I look at my receipts, I'm like, I don't remember buying this. But some things you gotta just, I mean, you got to cough it
Some
up.
things,
I'm glad you.
yeah. Otherwise, you lose your day and you lose your sleep over nothing.
All right. So
You
today,
you
this
just
has been
learn.
a learning lesson for us from Tushar, New Jersey. If anybody wants to work with you, Tushar, how do they get in touch with you, brother?
My phone number is 732-421-2550, and my company is if I can, my company is DDS Real Estate, and I'll be happy to connect with you
Yeah,
and
man.
share
Yeah.
experiences anywhere in
Heather's,
Jersey. I would love to connect with people on this call.
yeah, good. Okay, round up. Listen, there's a link in the video description to join our Discord. Tomorrow, I'm going to have one of my private lenders live in the Discord. So that's going to be, I'm having to do more content for my group now. So if you want to learn and meet one of my private lenders, make sure you join the Discord. It's right in the video description. Anything you want to leave us with, Tushar, before you get out of here, brother?
Yeah, this was a good conversation that I had with you. Of course, I have learned a lot from you and of course other channels. But it's very important for people to realize that contractors, they can say one thing, and if they do it, that's another thing. So you have to be vigilant about what they are doing. Also visit their other sites to see how they work. That is very important. The professionals that do the work and not use somebody else's license, that's the one I prefer, even though they are more expensive. In the long run, they do the proper job, and that's what I would advise people to do that,
Talk about real quick,
even though they cost
Tushar, talk
more
about
money.
cutting corners, man. Talk about people that cut the corners. From my experience, if I cut a corner, I end up paying twice. I end up spending more money than I would. I just,
I I usually have not done. I have usually have not cut the corner, so that I have not experienced it firsthand, because I want to do it right from the first time. I
okay.
would strongly avoid, if you're a professional flipper or if you're really professional real estate professional. I would advise you to consider using tradesmen, not handyman, one with the proper license and insurance. That's what I would advise you to use.
Yeah.
That is one thing that I would strongly recommend. If you are a professional, if you are a homeowner, it's a different story. You want to save some money, and you can use cheaper help. But then you're again taking chances. It's up to you.
No, that's right. I don't mind spending as long as it's done right. So if you hire cheap help, they do it wrong, then you got to go back. We got to pay to get it ripped out, and then you got to get it done right. That's the problem.
Yes, that's the big problem.
All right. Okay, round up, homies. Subscribe to the channel, like this content, share with other people that are trying to learn how to hire contractors. Don't give them all the money up front. Please. You're going to end up like me and Tushar.
I would again say give only if they insist. There are some contractors, they don't want to move at all, and if they're supposed to be good, you have vetted them, give them $200-300 upfront to show them, and not cash, check, to make sure you tell them you're serious about doing the job or doing the work with them.
Yeah.
And if they don't, if they say no, I want $5,000 upfront, hire somebody else. There are 100 trucks on the road every single day that you see. You will find some good contractor that is willing to do work with you.
No doubt. Okay. All right, round up, homies. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, Tushar.